All right, we're gonna be pulling the sleeper off today, do a big hole on it, and then we happen to notice that the support rails are rotted out. So we're gonna go ahead and pull 4 bolts and a couple lines, and we're gonna get this off there. Welcome back to Tall Garage. Today we're going to be working on our sleeper off of our 1980 extended hood Kenworth. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be changing out the sleeper support rail with this stainless steel one from Keeler Restoration. Now what the sleeper support rail does is it goes on to the frame mounts that are on the frame to support the sleeper up. And as you can see, that one was pretty rotted out. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that out with a one-piece stainless steel Keeler custom restoration one. So I need to know what you guys think. Do you guys think I should go air ride with this or I should keep it rigid mounts? Please leave a comment down below and like and subscribe if you haven't already. So since we already have the floorboard out for doing the big hole conversion, which you can catch that video somewhere in one of these corners, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go straight to getting the rivets off the bottom so we can get this bottom rail out. Alright, so we got all the hucks off of the front and the sides up here. Down here, I ground them off and then used my homemade oil filter punch to punch them out. And then there's 6 in the bottom, 6 in the top. When you take the 6 out on the bottom, you can fit this up through the holes to be able to get the 6 out on top, through the holes that are on the bottom. So that wasn't too bad. The top layer of hucks on the inside, I used a carbide bit on my angle grinder here, and I just took them off flush and then prick punched them out. So that way everything came out pretty easy. You got 3 down here on this side, and when you punch those out, you can get these out up here, and same with the 3 over here. So after about 10 minutes of doing that per huck, you'll have them all out. These 6 hucks down here, I just ground off and punched them through the top. And then these 6 that are up here, I ground the heads off and went through the same holes on the bottom and punched them through the top. So once you do all that, you can pull your corner piece out so you can get it cleaned up. And then all we gotta do is go down and get that corner piece off, and then we'll be ready to start putting it back together. All right, so we got our corner pieces broke free, so hopefully this thing should just pull right out. Man, I was in rough shape. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna get the corner pieces cleaned up, get this one off this side, get everything back together, and mark all the holes to drill into this piece. Now, I don't know if he can or not, but if he could, he should start pre-drilling all the rivet holes, because that would be really awesome. All right, the only 2 fitment issues I've had so far is I had to grind one of these spot welds off right here, and I had to take a little bit off the back side of this with a file. All right, so we got our rail back in here, and we have a center mark on it, and then I went from here to here, put a center mark right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my drill bit and make marks all along here so I can take this over to the drill press and drill the holes out. All right, so we got all of our holes drilled. The only issue I had was with the corner pieces because you gotta mark them on the inside, but you gotta drill them from the outside. I'm sure if your bottom rail is in good enough shape, you can cut it and transfer the holes over. That'd make it a lot easier, but I wasn't so lucky. But we got those marked out, we got them drilled. We only messed one up out of all of them, so that ain't too bad, you know. So right now we're gonna get this put in and we're gonna get hucked in and be done with the job. All right, so this is kind of how it's supposed to look going in. We got this side over here. We got that corner going in right there. So we're gonna get everything lined up, put a few hucks in to pin it where it needs to be, and then we're gonna start hucking it in. All right, if you guys never used a huck gun before, we're gonna need pins, collars. You can get them from Dan's shop. And then you're gonna need a huck gun. I got mine from Reliable Air Tool about 10 years ago. So what you do is take your huck and your collar, put it through the hole, put your collar on it, take your huck gun, push on the back side of it so it doesn't pop the huck out. There you go. All right, everybody, so we're almost done. So all we have left to do is to huck it in and put the floorboard in. So I'm gonna get to it. All right, so we got our floorboard in. We got our headliner back in, fit really good in the factory location, so that's always a plus. We got our Keeler custom restoration stainless steel lower rail support pieces in place. So this is where the mount sits right here onto here. So right now we're working on backing the truck up so we can get the sleeper back on and put the boot in. So we're gonna get to that. We'll be right back with you guys. All right, so we got our sleeper back on. We got done with the front rail. Unfortunately, we ran out of time though. We're not gonna have enough time to do the back rail. So if we did miss anything doing the front rail that you guys would like to see or know how we did, just make sure you leave it down below in the comments. We'd appreciate that. Again, if you need a front rail or the support pads right here, check out Keeler Custom Restoration. Hell of a nice guy. I want to say thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them down below.